we're gonna be checking out some medieval Dynasty. It's been a long time since I played, so per the usual, I'm gonna take a quick peek here and see what we can adjust so far as things for accessibility. It does look like they've got some settings here, like you could turn off the camera shake, you could turn off, I'm assuming the breathing is like kind of like an in-out motion, you can turn off the head bob, so that's some good accessibility stuff. The HUD, you've got tutorials, you've got timestamps and all that kind of stuff. Not really accessibility things, but just nice stuff. I have a frame rate limit I turn on everything. I'm not seeing any motion blur, so that makes me happy. I'm really hoping that's because there is none. We'll do that way the sound doesn't cut out in the middle. I don't remember what the music is, but I must have turned it off the last time, so I'm assuming it wasn't very interesting. And we got control stuff. So that's some good stuff there. Cozy sleep. That is an adorable emote. I really like that one. Alright, so the options all look good. I'm not going to go pull up our previous game because we haven't done there. Alright, so in this mode you followed the story of, no, I don't want to, I want my own custom character. This is going to be solo. Cool, so it's saying it's a solo gameplay, but you could make it co-op if you wanted. Cool. So, yep, we're going to start on that. But yeah, so this is around building your dynasty, your clan, your whatever you want to call it. So the first things we got to do, and this does have basic survival mechanics. You have to eat, you have to drink. I think you can get too cold and die from that. Stuff like that. But there's also the crown demands its taxes. And that's just the way it is. So you've got a bunch of presets. Cool, whatever. Alright, so it's just...
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Hello.
Sure. Alright, let's not get caught up. Okay, so it's not like I could customize every little nuance of the character. Hey, Moon, how's it going? There, we'll have a sympathetic face. Alright, so it's character creation, but it doesn't have a huge amount of character creation options. They've got where one eye can be a different color than that. You want to say anything about this game? Yeah, we played it very briefly once a while back. So it can do moles and freckles and scars. I'm not gonna worry about any of that. Oh, that's gonna be your haircut. They had like shears on here. I'm like, what? Yeah, so it's a fairly limited character customization, which is fine. What do you mean I can't have purple? Why can't I have the purple? Sure, we'll go with that. They don't have one that's like salted pepper. Generally facial hair does that, where it won't be, like, unless you're dyeing it, it won't be really uniform like that. You have like little bits of gray and red and brown. Ooh, frame rate, let's talk. You good? No, you are terrible. Okay, let's make some quick adjustments to that, because that's bad. Let's go to preset, medium. Alright, still not my favorite, but that's way better than it was. Nah, still skipping. All right. Graphics. Preset low. It's still, I don't think it's like graphic UI. I think it's like maybe the world loading in. Let's set this back to medium cuz low looks pretty terrible. All right. We'll give it a minute. It could be one of those things that like it's loading stuff around us. I just walked through it.
Castovia is supposed to make you better than anyone else. Why do they need to question everything? It just does.
Cool. All right, so we're supposed to talk to... I don't think you're in there. Talk to Sedwin. Oh, you're alive. And you look quite mobile as well. That's surprising. Let's see. We could say, you almost sound disappointed, don't know what to say, but I kind of feel great. Every step I take echoes 1,000 screams of agony muscle fibers. But yeah, I'll manage. From what I've heard, you're the one to whom I should be thankful. Excuse me, but who are you, and what is this place? I went with who are you and what is this place? My name is Sedwin, and I'm the local barber surgeon. Barber surgeon? At least, that's what the town folks call me. I never truly pursued a career in medicine, but I guess I was the least hesitant to grab an axe when it was needed. That's the oxbow for you. It doesn't matter who you were before, only what the land has in store for you from this point out. We'll see. But before I can answer any more of your questions, I need to perform a quick examination. We have to be sure every part of you is healing correctly. Let's start by telling me what was the last thing you remember. I'm going to... I don't know if these mean anything. Like, there's one about... Like, I think this is, like, deciding her backstory. So, like, yeah, I was a commander of the guard hired to protect a convoy. You were in the guild's caravan. You were unlawfully captured and sold against your will. You were a petty thief. You never hurt anybody. The flames and the screams. I can't tell which are more tormenting. Dark. I was awaiting decapitation when some jerk came and decided to work me to death instead. I was supposed to deliver a message. I'm gonna say I woke up in a nearby house. I remember everything else. I see. Do you honestly believe that? Or just want me to? You think this is a joke? I have no idea where I am, who I am, what I'm even supposed to feel. What did my mother's face look like? What did she look like? I didn't mean to upset you, just being thorough. Listen, I understand how confusing this all might be for you right now. Memory loss is more than common with that kind of trauma in the head. I'll try to answer any questions you might have. Who am I? I simply don't know. You were part of a Builders Guild caravan that was set to arrive here to Oxbow, the start of the creation of a new settlement. But the caravan was ambushed near the realm's border, and you're among the only survivors. Was I part of the guild? I have no strong evidence, but I doubt it. When I found you, your head was almost split open. That sight was blood-curdling for most, so no one really noticed the sores in your wrist being bound. They held me captive? It would appear that way. Why? Well, the guild is known for using the cheapest labor they could find. You might have been a murderer, bought for scraps right before execution, or you might have been just in a bad place at a bad time and got captured by a slave trader. So I could easily have been the tormentor as the victim. What was and no longer is does not matter. You have an opportunity to start a new life, a blank slate. Don't waste it wondering about things you cannot change. You're right, thank you. As for your examination, from a medical standpoint, you seem good shape, other than the, the horrific trauma, the memory loss, and more than likely long-term psychological effects, yeah, you're probably fine. If you like, we could go through a couple of quick exercises, though, just in case. Let's do it. I'm assuming this is tutorial. Okay, I prepared a short list of tasks that should help stimulate your muscle memory and test your coordination. On the table in front of you, in front of the sick house, you should find a piece of parchment with a list on it. It's right next to the book that I'm writing. Give it a look if you like. It's called Knowledge. That's just a working title. It's a collection of wisdom that can be gathered throughout the years, just as a side project. I allowed myself to add a copy of it to your journal as well. Feel free to use whatever you wish. And also, the chest next to my home, you might have a few useful things in there. Come back to me when you finish your exercises. I'll try to do my best. So exclamation mark. Oh, yes, this is the thing that's like tutorial stuff. Alright. Okay, so I need to gather resources of some stone. Remind you of follow New Vegas start. Yeah, it's just a way to like give you a clean start or whatever. Loot the chest near the sick house. So, I mean, do they mean that? Oh, inspect. I mean, I assume it's that bag here, but it doesn't seem to be interactable. Hey, I'm not trying to run into you. I mean, it says to loot the chest. This is the sick house. It says near the sick house. I assume it's supposed to be that thing from the markers, but... Let's grab some stones. Do I not need wood as well? Okay. Okay, so now we need to make guess handcrafting. Stone knife requires more sticks. Okay. Alright. Alright, SP Party, you have a good one. Let's handcraft stone knife. Okay, so I've got a knife. So we're apparently going to skin the chicken to get some supplies. I need to craft a wooden spear, and the wooden spear requires a log. I also need a simple torch, which requires straw. And I still don't know what's supposed to be this chest. Let's try inside, because I was thinking it's that, but I guess it's not. Yes, that requires a torch. Yes, the tutorial is a little confusing. The fact it's like, loot this chest, and then there's no obvious chest. Like, I could see that considered chest, but it's... Calm down. That sticks. I need straw. And a log. Okay.
Hello there.
What is happening over there? Storge seems very interesting. Could you tell me more about it? It's the greatest city in the world. Did you know that when my father passed, the town's walls were nearly a palm's length shorter? Huh, they were. I had them made bigger. Does it really help with anything? And you know what? Have you ever built a wall like that? Did you overbuilt it then? Huh? Are you even Castilian? Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean no disrespect, my lord. What are your thoughts about Sedwin? Who? The barber surgeon? Oh, yes, him. He does his job. I'd rather replace it with someone who's younger and smells better. Yeah, in a heartbeat. But there aren't any candidates for the position coming through, so I let him stay. Plus, my father enjoyed that weirdo. Oh yeah, the smell aid surely factors to a looking mic. I'm going to say I see. Zod would have bandit part? What? Who told you that? No one, I just... This is the safest place there is. I protect my people, and the only one who can protect them. So stop with the idiotic questions. Trust me, you don't want to be on my bad side, punk. You don't want to see what happens when my protection wears off. Forgive me, my lord, and my stupid tongue for speaking such hogwash.
See you soon.
Okay. Hi, thank you for telling me how to collect resources now. Cool. Did that kid just Kamehameha? Am I understanding that kid just Kamehameha? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Of things I expected, a child Kamehamehaing was not among them. All right, so that'd be stealing. Apparently that's not. And taking the wheat beer is also totally fine. Part of me wants to just walk away and just start working on this on my own because I'm trying to do the... Oh, that must be the chest. Okay, so there's the straw I need. And there's the sticks. And there's the log. It's almost like it's there on purpose. Alright, and so now I can go here. We need to make a spear. And we need to make a torch. And we light the campfire. Soups, porridges, other. Light the campfire inside and roast all the meat. I'm wanting to do the thing you're telling me to do. But I don't seem to have that option. How does one roast meat? I mean, I would assume it'd be under other, but I don't see it here. Ah, here, I have to actually... I can't click on the cauldron. I have to click on the fire part of it. And hit the archery target with the spear. As soon as I figure out how to equip the spear. That's in the 2 spot. Okay. So now I get to talk to Sedwin. I'm done with the list. My favorite patient is back. Splendid. How did you feel? Did you have any trouble? No, I'm good as new. I'm ecstatic to hear that. Your recuperation is truly marvelous. Is there anything else? As far as I'm concerned, our work together is done. I'm more than happy with the results. Next thing for you is to go and meet Castellian. He's a ruler of this land. He wants to speak with you himself. That's it. If you ever need help, you know where to find me. Take care of yourself. I'll do that. Thank you, Sedwin, for everything. Inspector mode. The inspector mode lets you see dropped items like spears, villages near you, and stats of NPCs that you are able to recruit. Okay. Stop bothering me. Don't you see that? Oh. It's you. You took your time. Good day, my liege. I'm here at your request. Less talking, more paying attention, peasant. My time is precious. Listen. I made a deal with your guild for a whole caravan. Builders, crafters, architects, tons of materials, everything necessary for the creation of a new settlement. But instead of all of that, I got you. Are you implying that I'm not... Shush! I'm not done talking. Now, because you people decided you'd like to be ambushed and slaughtered, your friends back in the guild don't want to send anything or anyone more. That's not what we agreed on. But I'm too tired, too busy, and too annoyed to try to reason with them. So you'll have to do. Have to do for what? To build a new settlement, of course. Oh, that. Sure. Piece of cake. That's what I like to hear. Although, I have absolutely no faith in your success. At least I can finally hear some enthusiasm around here. Don't worry about a thing. I'm a professional. Well, maybe I misjudged you. Enthusiasm, confidence, you may actually be worth something after all. Great. Go find Derwin. He's my quartermaster. If you need anything, bother him with your questions, not me. Will do. Oh, I almost forgot. Ekam, I hereby grant you yada yada. You can now build on whatever unoccupied piece of land you like. Just remember about taxes. Sure thing, boss. When you're in medieval times, you suck up to the people who are in charge. That's what you do. You suck up to the people who are in charge. Because there is not a balance of power in this time frame. I don't want to pull out my spear at this person.
Hello.
Can I help you with something? Sigh, another mug gone. Are some muggers prowling? It seems so. If only I caught one of the thieves red-handed, I would. It's so embarrassing when I have nothing to pour drinks into, because all the clay mugs are vanishing into the air. Some inexplicable circumstances. Maybe I can bring you some new ones? No. I want to know where they disappear. And if I keep buying new mugs over and over, our tavern will bring in more losses than profits. Maybe you need some help to discover who's responsible? That's exactly what I need. Find them. If I were the Cassandrian, I would organize a public execution for them, cut off their fingers, or you better talk to my wife. I need to calm down a bit. I'll talk to her then. Calm down. Alright. Yeah, so we're just getting permission of where we're gonna go build our settlement. All that kind of good stuff. Glad to finally see you in good health. I'm Durwan, Pistovia's quartermaster. I was told by Castellan to speak with you. I understand. Allow me to elaborate a bit on your situation then. Our ruler tends to be brief at times. Yes, please. That would help a lot. You see, your guild was invited to Oxbow in order to start a new settlement, which, in time, could develop into a strong ally for Pistovia. That much I've heard. But what you might wonder is, why would Pistovia need such an ally? Or, what does that really mean to be an ally? These are questions hard to answer for sure. Someone could have even said, dangerous to ask. What are you trying to say? Sorry, forget I said anything. I didn't want to insinuate that you're any kind of danger. Oxbow is a wonderful place. Apart from a hungry wolf or a drunken adventurer turned bandit, you have nothing to worry about. Just be careful who you put your trust in. Speak your mind, mister. Let's just say that not every village in Oxbow is on good terms with its neighbors. Getting a friend in one place might get you an enemy somewhere else. Not every smile you see is a sincere one. People are drawn to power, and it might make them easily forget about their humanity. I'll be careful, thank you. Good. When you were talking about Castilla, I put some things in for you in the chest next to Sedwin's house. It's not much, a few items that we recovered from the carnage, a couple of useful things to help you get started. I appreciate that. This is it then. The only thing left to do is to go out there and explore, roam around, find the best place to start a new settlement. I'm sure you'll do fine. Then that's what I'll do. Farewell. Sleep. To sleep, you need to build a house or craft a campfire. Sleeping is available between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. If you choose to sleep, your character will wake up the next morning. Resting in your bed brings back an amount of health proportionate to the sleep time, while resting by the campfire does not. Going to sleep during season change will always result in waking up in your own home. Alright, so let's go get our stuff. You expect you to remember where people live? Oh, actually, no, that's not the house I thought it was. You've already taken away my quest markers. It's too soon for that. Actually, I think this is it over here. This looks like TES. Oh, the Elder Scrolls. I mean, I imagine that's probably... You gave me a lot... Wait, hang on. I wasn't expecting all of this. Alright, so clearly durability is a thing since you give me tools. Alright. We are very overburdened. That's not what I wanted to see. Put away the stone knife. Put away the wheat beer for right now. The UI looks like it comes from Kingdom Come Deliverance. You understand? Just saying that medieval-based games were long before Elder Scrolls long past. Yeah. Yeah, no, they've been around for a while. This is true. So they gave me a lot of tools. So we have a stone axe. Did they give me a copper axe? Okay, so put the stone axe away for now. They gave me a copper knife, so I'll get rid of the stone knife for now. They gave me a stone spear, so I'll put that away. Man, just straight up handing me a giant pile of stuff. Okay, so we're not overburned now. Overload, you're carrying too much on your shoulders. I am not, sir. I am not. I already resolved that. You walk slowly when overloaded. Get a backpack or a pouch. Remember that you can turn off these tutorials in the settings. Okay. I thought we grabbed a bag. Simple bag. A type of tool crafted by hand tailing a sewing kit. Can be used for fertilizing. Oh, that's... Oh, right. I remember how that works in this game. Alright. Wrong bag. Was there another bag I overlooked? No, it didn't give me a bag that I see to start with. That's totally fine, though. Alright. Yep, no problem. We'll figure it out. Let's see, what if they're going to add castle building? I know it's in the roadmap. They're going to add crests. I have no idea. I very briefly played this a while back, but it's kind of at a time that things were not much going on there. So we're going here. So we have, that's just saying that the town's here. We've got like a little group down here. Let's go across the bridge. We found fishing boxes. Yeah, so we're finding various animals. You probably want to set up near the water somewhere, not too far from the city. Now granted, keep an eye on the situation in the oxbow. Hi, big elk? Deer? Elk? I can't really get a good look at those antlers. Hi, big hoof stock. I'll probably eat some of you later. Okay. Alright, so unfortunately this ground is really, really rough terrain. Fair. We'll just go the other way from the bear, I think. Alright. So this is feeling pretty flat around here. That's the town we were just in. We're just kind of circling it at the moment. The building over here. It's an easy conclusion from what, you know, you like the publisher has the engine tossed out the concept of Dynasty survival type genre to various devs, looking for different time periods. That's interesting. So we do have a random building out here. You know what? This area looks up here, like across this bridge. That puts me just a little bit away from town. Looks like we got a nice, rich, foresty area that is somewhat flat. We'll see whatever that is over there. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm going to start building here. Let's go have a little sippy sip of water. I don't... How doth drink? Yeah, I just wasn't looking down far enough because it's getting too dark to see what I'm doing. Alright, we'll put our place, like, right over here. Actually, I bet you I could start a fire here and just sleep here. Kinda hoping I could just, like, literally just go to sleep in their stuff. Yeah, no, I realized I could do it. They usually always have a lifespan to them. Oh. So we have a pouch. To increase our inventory a couple of kilograms. Hydration is crucial in the wilderness. I literally just drank game. Catch up. We have a stone axe. We've got some firewood. All right. Fun fact, you make coffee from... Very not sure about this game, but in real life you can. Interesting. Okay, so... Houses. Alright, so we will have to get rid of trees. Ah, this is those games where a cut actually matters. And we have a shovel. Alright. Help for building things. Go to third person to let you zoom your building in or out your position. Rotate, make it easier to place foundation. Makes sense. Alright. So let's go over here because we're getting overwhelmed by the logs. Can I make a log holder by chance? Storage. Nope. Tree, like you're teaching me things after I finish. Okay. Yes, building. It's like, let me teach you. I was like, literally, I've already done it 4 times. I'm hoping I can break these. I have no idea if I can. Oh, so those are stuck there? That kind of messes up my plans a little bit. Yeah, no, I realize I need a chest and all that sort of stuff. Let's get a little ways away from that campground then. I don't love when games make nights so dark, it's such hard to play. I understand it's realistic and it sets up ambience, but also kinda sucks. Okay, so the water is over there. Trying to... That I understand I need to eat. Oops, look like you broke in your first tool. That's fine. All right. Now I believe we'll probably need to grab maybe the hammer. And we can go here to crafting a new torch. That's okay, JD. I think right now I'm not going to worry about pulling up the stumps because they make me put away the torch. So we can clean those up during the day. You're surprised to find out the stumps regrow? That is a very unusual decision. I get behind it, though. It takes a few years, though. Yeah, I probably won't want the trees immediately around me to regrow. I probably want to clear out the area, like, a little bit close for, like, farmland or whatever else we go to build. But, I could definitely see that long-term, though, I would want to, have that. All right. We're just putting all our parts in, slowly damaging our hammer, but that's fine. Yeah, it's jigging up the stumps, and the wood just stopped in your resource area. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I think immediately around, like, you make room for your farm and all that, and just keep that in there. Hey, Ara baby, how's it going? Or Ara Bobby? I don't know how you pronounce it. I do apologize. And as a reminder, I am on multiple platforms streaming at the moment, so we are on Twitch, on YouTube, and TikTok. So if it ever seems like I'm reading out stuff on, like, another chat or whatever, it's because I'm reading out stuff on another chat. Oh, stop whining. Character's all like, I'm tired. You're making me work too hard. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and... Oh, that didn't give me as much food as I thought. Not the dried meat. Where's the roasted meat? There we go. You clear cut your town? Yeah. I think it actually wouldn't be a bad idea to have a couple trees here and there inside your town just for aesthetics. Okay. And we're just working on getting our house built first. Then we'll start working on trying to get a farm and other stuff going on. It's also interesting to me just like cutting down birch trees. Where I grew up north in Michigan, like, it's not that you absolutely couldn't cut down a birch tree, but it was something like it had to be diseased or dying or something else, because I can't remember if it wasn't endangered. So like there's a different levels. There's like endangered, at risk, something like that. And I remember it was one of those kind of things that was pretty high, the particular type of birch in the area. So they're like, okay, don't go just cutting down trees. We will have words. Threatened. That might be. I don't remember, but it was a whole thing. So it's like a big deal to like in our neighborhood that we had a tree that got knocked down and they cut it up. So we would put it, you know, you'd have like your fireplace, you'd usually have like the little thing that's metal that you'd put like, you know, the wood to be tossed in the fireplace. So I took the pieces of the birch tree that had fallen down and we put it there. But like we didn't actually use it for fire. It was like a showpiece kind of thing. Alright, so need more logs. Alright, little by little we get to make ourselves a place to live. I was wondering if I could hit it on the way down and just fall into logs or not. And as human beings do, we just walk into a nice ecosystem and we just start clean sweeping all of the animals and everything from the area. As it was meant to be. Looks like you need 2 more logs. So 1, 2, 3, 4 more logs at least. We'll need to figure out where we get straw from, which I'm assuming it'll be we like shred some bushes up or something. Alright. We're gonna need to make a box soon, or someplace I can check the shore. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I remember taking a bit to figure out that the one previous time I played. Alright. What will it take us to make some type of storage? Oh, I don't have the tech yet. Not seeing any chests or anything of that option. Containers. We have a water basket. And I need more to make a chest. Well, game. We're gonna use what I'm referring to as the tried and true storage method of... Where are you? Drop it on the ground. When all else failed, I like how it shows us 1 stick. Ah, much better. Yeah, my problem is my inventory is very full and it's becoming a problem already. I'm not too worried about sticks yet. I'm sure I'll regret that later, but for the time being, I want to get this sorted. Alright, so 2 more logs and a bunch of straw. Okay. I also like that you show up and it's just like, yeah, we need you to just build a town by yourself. Just you alone. If you could just go ahead and build an entire town, that'd be great. Alright, so we're down to straw now. Yeah, it's rough till you get a backpack and unlock some skill points. Yeah, that's not surprising. That's pretty par for the course for anything that even remotely considers itself like, you know, survival in any way, shape, or form. You always explore till you find a backpack? Nah, it's fine. I'm saying, my computer doesn't boot. Hope your day is going better than mine. That's absolutely no fun. I'm sorry to hear that, Longclaw. I do hope whatever it is gets sorted out. I'm assuming you've already tried the thing where you unplug it, you hold the power button for 5-10 seconds, then you replug it in and try again. Because if not, you'll be surprised at how often that works. Yeah, no, it's a wild saying. I found most of the crafty games handle inventory pressure poorly. I agree. Like, I feel like a lot of games forget what they're trying to do as their main thing, and they just yes and every imaginable different system they can find, and it ends up being a not good experience. And thank you for getting that shout out for Longclaw. And for those who don't know Longclaw, absolutely fantastic content creator on the platform. Highly recommend. Let's go ahead and put our money in here, so I'm not carrying around a big pocket of money. I know it doesn't weigh anything, but something tells me carrying around a big pocket of money is a mistake. For right now, put the feathers away. Put the firewood away. But yeah, so Longclaw's an absolutely fantastic creator on the platform. Highly recommend. So definitely you should be checking them out. Play stuff like Bannerlord with Twitch integration. Sorry, my brain is splitting tasks at the moment. But plays the Twitch integration on Bannerlord, has played Project Zomboid in the past, whole bunch of stuff. You can definitely find good times there. So I actually have an extra torch somehow. So I tossed all that in there, and that cut down our carry weight. Select build mode. Let's see. Building with a hammer can be used in 3 different ways. It enables you to build structures, repair them, or destroy unwanted ones. So that's fair. We got new level survival, but first, pick up our mountain of sticks we threw on the ground. Not doing co-op? No, I'd have to go and find a group, get organized, set up the server, yada yada yada. I didn't plan to play this in advance. I just kind of was like, okay, what am I playing today? And I was like, oh yeah, I always meant to come back and check this game out again. And I hadn't. So I did. Nope, doesn't do the trick. I think it might be the power supply. LEDs light up for a moment, but everything goes black. Gotcha. Yeah, it sucks. How many players could you have in co-op? I have no idea. I believe it's a decent number. Alright, so we've got our house. And we gained a level, so skills. Here we go. Skills. We can extract knowledge. A skill tree determines how proficient you are at cutting down trees, mining, and digging. Treasure hunter. A skill tree. Oh. Why do they... Force of nature? It just says the same thing in all of it. Okay, so we have 5% more experience gained from extraction activities, 5% chance to find extra items when digging clay pits, 5% slower loss of durability to axes. I don't know what qualifies as an extraction skill, but I will go with that. You have no skill points to... Oh, it's under this. I see. I have tabs. That's why it's like staring at this going, I don't understand. This skill tree determines how proficient you are at surviving and gathering. 5% more experience gained from survival activities. 2% or 2 Celsius more temperature tolerance. Higher poisoning resistance. I'm going to go with the temperature tolerance, because that's probably going to get annoying otherwise. Technology. A type of extraction buildings workers employed will provide water. So, I have this. No schemes to unlock. So I have it now, I guess? Like, I probably don't need to have a well. I'm right by the water, but eh. And Darkstrider on a 15 stream streak. Congratulations on your additional points, and thank you for continuing to tune in. It means a lot that you'd keep coming back every day after day. So thank you. Here, let's start pulling up some of the stumps that are right against the base. So I need 4 more logs. You got like 30 buildings, and it was coming. I heard Koa was coming. It's like, am I going to start over? I'm trying to dig up the whole giant tree. The only way you're not coming back is if you stop streaming. Again, super appreciated. So thank you. Yeah, as far as co-op, so the way I am playing is, if I wanted to switch to co-op, I could easily do so. I just basically say I'd like co-op, and bam, co-op happens. Straw and logs. I believe I have a bunch of straw already stashed. It's only a population of 10, but you do most of the jobs beside resource gathering. Yeah, no, it sounds like you had to do lots of side quests, not. Alright. So we just need the 1 log on either side. Okay, so I see a way to do that easier, so just need to grab more logs. Alright. Oh, here we go. Alright, so you can craft as well as drink water from that. Cool. I figured as much. So next up on our agenda is we should probably try... So we've already got the well set up for extraction. We can't do anything hunting. I can make orchards and fields. I don't like that angle. Oh, it's just gonna be at that angle. You pay taxes as soon as you build it? I'm gonna do it anyways because the game hasn't told me otherwise, and I'm going to approach this exactly as a new player would. And if the game is poorly designed in that aspect, that's something I would like to showcase. Fields are arranged in tiles. Every single one of them can hold up a different plant type. Crossing. Made a big farm before we can afford the seeds. Yeah, and that's the thing. The game hasn't taught me anything about how to play yet. It's just kind of said do it. So in the lack of any guidance and all that. Because it's important to do that, Cass, especially as a content creator, because realistically, this is what I would do as a player. I'd be like, especially with this being effectively a survival game, that I'd be like, okay, I've built my house. House is built. Alright, well now if I built my house, the next thing I need to do is secure food. And the vast majority of games you secure food by using that. So I would need fertilizer, which I have no idea how to get. As well as seeds. Now, if I remember correctly, we can go... Oh, we got a new skill. So we have chance to get more when digging clay pits, experience gained, durability reduction there. We got a new technology. We can make a sitting stump, a low stick fence, a stick fence, or a stick gate. And here we have nothing ready yet. Type of furniture provides aesthetics value, can be used by villagers. I see it has that symbol. Where do we have those? Oh, we have the coin inside the house. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that yet. We don't have any villagers. Alright, so I've got that. We go down to town and buy it for now. Yeah, so we would need fertilizer and seeds. And the orchard would be just in our farm. Can't do anything with the animals, can't do anything with the crafting, can't do anything with that. Or we can actually make a storage shed. A type of storage for non-consumable resources gathered by workers are transferred here. Capacity shared. We're not going to worry about that yet. Okay. So it seems like we have a good start for our house and all that. Let's go into our inventory and eat a little snacky snack of our roasted meat. Meanwhile, we can go in here and let's drop off some of our tools we don't need right now. Let's put the bucket in here. Put the feathers in here. Put the spare torch in there. Put the simple torch in there. Alright. So back to town. Oh, do I need to hit the bed to save this location or something like that? Nah, it's just going to make us sleep. Okay. So is there a map I can look at? There is. So I am located... Where am I? Oh, good. It does mark. So let's walk back up to town. Definitely gonna be able to do stuff with morals. I could probably find someone in town to buy them. Or if not that, I could probably find somewhere in town I could cook them. I'm minding my business. You don't need to maul me. Alright. I have the pouch equipped. And we look at our inventory here. The pouch is equipped right there. And increased my carry weight by something like 6 or 7 or something like that. I didn't see the exact amount. Oh, just in case. Put that in our bar. Put that in our bar. Hey, pirate, how's it going? Does this say that way is going to take us to town faster? It does. Yeah, I'm not sure leveling wise with your stamina. Some games, like, it's worth taking the time to like push your character's stamina again and again to level it up. Other games it has no benefit whatsoever, so you're better served not wasting your stamina and instead having it ready for a fight. This feels like the kind of game where I'd probably want to just keep it in reserve for a fight. But, hear me out, I'm also impatient, I want to watch. Stamina regens? Well, I get that it regens. My comment was more... Some games, you know, it's, you level up your stamina based on exerting your character. Versus some games that don't really have a leveling it up, or it's just strictly an XP thing. Or like Final Fantasy II, where you could max out your stats before leaving the first area by beating yourself up in combat. Okay, so it's not considered abandoned.
Hello there. See you soon.
Alright, so again, exclamation mark. Oh, that's probably like a bulletin board thing. Some games are weird. Oh, yeah. To reinforce some of our stone fences, we need more, well, stones. The crown will fairly compensate you for materials. 16 stones. The shovel taker. Good folk, somebody stole my shovel and some of my bags. I suspect they're either someone with a passion for gardening or burying the corpse. Burying the corpses. So better be careful. If anyone could sell or deliver me what I've lost, it'd be grateful. People of Oxbow, the time for a routine renovation. The palisade has come. All help will be provided, duly rewarded by the quartermaster. Yep. The feathers ruffles. So you want a bunch of feathers. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy tactics are great. Try to keep around half standing next to a wolf, which happens. Alright, and you want a bunch of stone tools. So we're going to work on what we've got for the moment.
Good day.
You tell me about yourself? Let's see, I'm going to be a seamstress for the best seamstress of the whole realm, so I'm glad that I managed to get this apprenticeship. Sewing hut. I'm eager to learn about the craft. That's very ambitious of you. Maybe my master isn't the youngest, but he can still show me the basics. He's got decades of experience, and with my taste and creativity, I'll be unstoppable when I learn more about sewing. I'll try to remember your name in that case. You better. Someday people will travel thousands of miles away to buy my clothes. I'm sure they will.
Nice talk.
Okay, you're the actual person. Show me your wares. All right. So you have a bunch of clay materials. All right, so you have fertilizer. Oh man, are you really 155 each? Oh no, it's 4.5 each. Let's see. How, sir, would you feel about buying a whole bunch of mushy mush and junk like that I don't really care about? Alright, so I have no concept of how many of these things I need. So like so they are spring and summer, spring or winter. I don't really even know. We're either spring or summer right now. 1 season fertilizer per plot, and I think we did 16. I didn't bring my money with me. We'll worry about that later.
See you around.
So that's the guy we need to go for. Let's just do these quests real fast.
Quartermaster is a good fellow.
Can I add these quests to side quest track? Can I only do one at a time? Of course, you can only do one at a time. All right, so we need stones, logs, sticks, and feathers. Which I have a bunch of those back home. But we can deal with that later.
You know how it is with monarchs. Do what they say, but do not get too close to them.
No. Buddy with the monarch. That's how you do it. Besties. They'll give you property. They'll give you the means of surviving.
I wonder when the new supplies are going to come.
Boredom is a silent killer.
How are you?
What these stones do? They look sturdy enough. Here's your payment. Maybe it won't buy you a new back after lifting all these stones, but it's still something. A new back would be really nice.
So long.
Alright, so we did the thing. So journal track, we will do this one next. Which is 6 logs and 43 sticks. Alright, so I'm not allowed to cut these down. How far out do I have to go? Just gonna keep walking away till it lets me. The big old tree. All right. Hey, Vortis, how's it going? I'll grab the extras for now. Alright, so now I need to get a bunch of sticks. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. I'm assuming for the feathers, the best way for me to do that is to get rid of some birds, as it were. Because I know I'm just gaining some feathers for doing stuff with that. I also don't know if there's a hard like time limit and how long you have to finish one of these quests, or it's like literally you take it and until you do it, it's fine. Alright, so we got our logs. Just gotta walk them back. Most of them is season based. They might say in the mission menu. Oh, that's a good point. I got you. This quest will expire this season. Right. I have no context. Oh, is that the gauge on the top is telling me how far I am in the season? Cool. And as I guess the next question is, if you fail it, are there any consequences? Like, is there a consequence for me taking something and just going, nah?
How do you do?
This should be fine for renovating the walls. Anytime. Reputation loss if you fail it. I understand. Well, I do have a bunch of feathers back home. But let's see here. I can't seem to draw my bow. I guess I'm too close to town. Oh, I don't have the arrows equipped. I understand. So we're looking for burbs. It's gonna take me a little bit to get a feel for how much drop these arrows have. Alright, so still a little short. Can I recover my arrows? Looking like it might be a no. Oh, you can? Question is, where did the other one go? It might be that there's a chance the arrow survives kind of thing. Because I shot the other one around here, but I do not see an arrow. I can't imagine I pegged a chicken with a full-size arrow and it just flew off. Well, I mean, chickens don't fly. It flew away. It also may not have been a chicken. All right. Got it. Okay, so those are crows. Still, that gave me, was it 8 feathers? Yeah, 8 feathers, so that'll work. So we've got foxes. Yeah, lots of rabbits and stuff. And I guess I just go harass crows, since at least I know where I can find those. You can change the filters in map to see hunting spots you discovered. Oh, right. It's hunting buildings. Not really sure. Change it to wild animals. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so it looks like I got mostly little birds and all that here. So it looks like we just walk in town. Yeah, so it looks like 8 feathers a crow. Crows are smart. When our crow saw that they will remember your face or harass you. Oh yeah, no, they do all sorts of wild things. Crows are interesting animals. They're also animals smart enough that you can give a crow a stick and it can like learn how to use it as a tool, and it can figure out how to get what it wants using that. I'm not even noticing those birds because they're like right on top of them. Yes, it definitely seems like from time to time your arrow doesn't survive. Which makes sense. That's a pretty typical mechanic. We're going through our arrows faster than I'm getting the feathers I need, which just means I'll have to figure out how to craft arrows, which is not that big a deal. It's probably like sticks, you know, sticks, maybe feathers, maybe a stone.
Thank you Delsol1980 for subscribing for 10 months.
Thank you, Del Sol, for the tier 1 sub. I really do appreciate that support. You've been subbed to the channel for 10 months, fast approaching 1 whole year, so thank you so much for that continued support. It does mean a whole heck of a lot. And I do hope you enjoy your advertisement-free viewing as well as access to the emotes. Which, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, we got our brand new emotes. I just got to see the drafts of them. So they will be coming out soonish. It's the first 6. I've got like 20-something or whatever we're going to be ultimately making. But I am doing them in batches of about 6 at a time. Alright. I'm assuming they'll get mad at me if I start shooting arrows in town. It's not like at a target or something. Alright, so we're over halfway to our arrow count. I keep being like, I wonder when I'll get to a point where I'll be able to peg a bird in the air. Probably, like, I'll probably be able to do it like once or twice if I put like a lot of effort and a lot of attempts in. And it certainly will not be worth it, because you'll never find those arrows. Alright. So we're losing almost all of today because I'm busy running around in circles. Yeah, no, I figured as much. I'm not super worried about it. Oh, you mean just make arrows? But yeah, it'd just take a lot of time to make the arrows you need.
Set and the sun rises.
Alright, come on. I'm just trying to be able to kill some more birds. Like, in real life, you wouldn't want to just circle the same area unless it's, like, really, really overpopulated kind of thing where they'll keep coming back. But who knows how the game lands in that spectrum. Video games use video game... Alright. I'm surprised I hit that. All right. You scared my bird. I need to keep killing them, and you keep running around and scaring them away before I have a chance. There's probably a button to cancel. It's probably R, is to cancel out of having the bow taut. I hit the rock next to it. Oh, apparently I have 7 arrows. I thought it was down to next to nothing. Alright, we've got almost 50 arrows of the set, or 50 feathers out of the 71 I need. Now, in real life, when you start getting to sundown, the birds would just about disappear, like these kinds. You get owls and stuff coming out, but you wouldn't run into nearly as many birds, or like pigeons and crows and grackles not. Oh, Chris, you're trying out Skyrim for the first time? Excellent. It's a good game. I fired that way too high. Yep, it's R. It's gonna get real hard to hunt here, even if they do keep showing up, which they shouldn't. I see you landing.
I'm dying of thirst.
Alright, the water should be right over here. Just trying to finish this thing and not run home until it's done, kind of thing. Alright, let's see. Tell them that you understand the addiction. Tell them whatever. Or is it said about Skyrim? Yeah, no, people definitely get absolutely hooked on Skyrim. There's so many games that's true of, though. That isn't to downplay Skyrim. It's just lots of games that let you get hours. But you only sleep when it forces you to? Gotcha. Yeah, I have no idea the rules of a lot of stuff. Yeah, so I need what? 3? I think 3 more birds I have to kill. I don't think I'm going to be able to hunt these in the dark, though. Like, really what I probably should have done is run back to the house, grab the feathers I already have, because I had at least like 20 or 30, if not more. I'd still do that, actually. It landed right next to me. The new map is the same as the solo map. Midnight on the last day teleports you to your bed and you wake up. Oh, hey. So 2 more birds.
Bandits in the area? Living in a smaller village must be so dull.
I shorted that one. Oh, so you're like, you're gonna get teleported home, so you just overburn yourself to the moon. That makes sense. Then there's no birds for a little while, and then we can have birds show up over here. Hey, long hauler, how's it going? You put 100 pounds on, but you won't be able to walk to take it home? Yeah, so you get teleported and you just... Either if you're close enough to the chest, you put in the chest. If not, you drop on the floor, put stuff in the chest, then go back and grab it. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to really hunt these birds. It's like just the... There's a bird, I think, right there. Oh, nope, that was it there. That's the thing. I'm also trying to look with the light shining in my face. Because, you know, green screen camera kind of things. What were the other two up here? A simple bag and a wooden shovel. And a whole lot of tools. And both those are the season. I didn't take it, did I? Oh. Okay, I gained a skill. I was like, wait a second, please. I don't want that. I don't think I'll get that done in time. Yeah, so just trying really hard to be able to see in the dark. Because I don't want to run back just to immediately come back out here again. And... Oh, we can eat more than that. I should be eating the roast meat, not that one. Oh, we did eat the roast meat. Okay. I just need, I believe, 2 more. Yeah, 2 more will do it. Like, if I was nowhere near close, we'd just back off and come back, you know, the next in-game day, or go home, get our feathers in return. So we unlocked new technology. Yeah, so I can start getting a bunch of stuff here. Alright, we'll also need the money for unlocking stuff. We also need the money to pay taxes. The unmutable truths of the reality is death and taxes. Even in our video games, there's no escape.
Maybe my prices are a bit steep, but then again, I have no competition.
All right. 1 more. Can you feed the taxman to your gator? Once. I think I shorted it. It's just so hard to see what I'm doing. I always have mixed feelings about when it comes to games and like really dark nights and all that. Like, obviously if you're going for a game that's kind of, you know, a horror aspect, then yeah, you want it to be spooky and dark. You want things to surprise you at night. And then there's other games that don't have that aspect where you're like, no, I want to spare my eyeballs. Like darkness and being jump scared and that kind of thing isn't the main thing of the game. But, you know, survival are well as ones that hits kind of that gray middle ground where you're like, okay, you know, it being too dark to see, is one of those things to try and keep you from doing a bunch of stuff late at night, so you naturally want to go back to your home base or to other places where are well lit, you know, to sleep at night, those kind of things. And if there's dangerous animals, it makes it so they're more likely to surprise you. So that is in the pro-dark category. But also when you're trying to build a house and you're in a relatively safe area, the darkness is just an annoying inconvenience. Can you mine in this game, or do you... Can you mine in this game, or do you have to have a peasant do it? I think you can do it. Darkness is an accessibility problem. Astigmatism makes it merely possible to see in some games. Yeah. I can tell you, you get jump scared by a bunch of bandits at night. No clue they were on me. Yeah, that's the thing. Games like this, it's like on that middle ground, you're like, okay, I can see argument for and against. Versus when you're playing like... When you're playing like a slice of lifestyle game, like a Stardew Valley kind of game, and they make night like super dark, and you're like, but why? I might adjust the brightness, because I don't... Well, actually, it looks better. So what you're seeing on the preview on stream actually looks a little bit easier to see than what I see, for whatever reason. So can I give this to you even though it's like the middle of the night? That was like scarecrow stuff going on there. Okay, I've got my torch out. I'm clearly not sneaking into your home. I am...
Oh, it's you again.
I have some feathers to share. Great, thank you very much. I was worried that you'd be... that you're yet another victim. Youngster these days. Let's hope they learned their lesson.
Thank Kirk.
Alright. So if we go to the board here... Ye old darkness. Okay, so to make a wooden shovel and... Oh, it's 10 simple bags and a wooden shovel. Okay, can I see what it takes to make those before we accept it? Because otherwise we're not accepting it. I don't know why I'm doing this. I would find that here. Simple bag requires leather, so we're probably not going to worry about that. And then the other one is requiring just a ridiculous amount of random tools. So you want 16 throwing stones, 4 wooden spears, 3 stone knives, and 3 stone axes. Those probably actually won't be that hard. We'll just have to look. So stone axes, 2 stones, 10, 6. A throwing stone. Where do you find a throwing stone? Doesn't do me any good if I don't know how to do it. I'm not going to worry about those. We do need to get the fertilizer thing. How much money do I have now? I should have at least a decent amount. 170. I think throwing stone is blacksmithy. Yeah, that I probably don't have what I need quite yet. Let's spare our torch. So I'm assuming I can't shop in the middle of the night. I'm sorry about my husband. This situation really gets on his nerves. Maybe we should introduce some new rules. We can't force guests to bring their own mugs, but maybe they should leave one of their possessions at the bar and get it back in return. There's nothing to apologize. Actually, that might be quite a good idea. We'll come up with something, and thank you once again for agreeing to help us. I've got a lot on our plates. Plates to wash, for example. Fortunately, they don't disappear. I'll do my best. I'm not sure where to start, though. If I were you, I would talk to some of our regulars. Celebor comes to us almost every evening, but I didn't see him yesterday. Maslaw often takes part in drinking contests, and Posnorim should definitely drink less. You can also ask Rasnu or whatever. The kid is quite often knows around the hotel. Children tend to see things we don't. I hope at least one of them has something to help with. Okay. Yeah, no, I went to shop. He's like, does not want to talk right now. It's like, that's fair. So you're outside that perimeter somewhere. Okay, I got scared. I was gonna jump from way too high and regret that. Alright. Yeah, so pretty soon a bunch of these places are gonna open. Alright, so we got a bunch of farmland out here. So I am going to need seeds and whatnot. We'll also need the fertilizer. Like I said, I think I have 16 by 16. You're a regular tavern guest, aren't you? Me? Well, yeah, yes I am. Why do you ask? May I ask? So, you probably know that they've had a problem with clay. It was me, I took one. Oh, well, that was fast. I didn't want to steal it, I just wanted to fix it. You see, its handle fell off, and I was too embarrassed to tell Raslawa about it, so I took it home. The problem is, I didn't manage to collect the key glue ingredient. Let me guess, honey? Honey? Oh yeah, maybe you could bring me some? Sure, honey, wink. Yeah, no. Sure, no problem. We're not worrying about that right now. The fact that my choice was sure, honey, wink. Okay, these don't expire, so we're not gonna worry about that. That doesn't expire. We don't have any of our side quests. Stay vigilant. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so let's switch this. Can I map that on my HUD? Set waypoint. Can you set multiple? Alright, well that's where I live. Oh wait, we're not leaving. I need the fertilizer. That's the whole reason we came here at first, and then we got distracted. I'm here for at least some fertilizer and some plants to put in the ground to try and make some money. And I believe that symbol says is spring, I'm guessing. I don't really know, but that, if I had to guess, I would think it was spring. Alright, sleepy little town, wake up. Sun's up. I got things to do. And that means you need to wake up and get to doing. Is there anything important? My Majesty doesn't like to wait. Where did you find that clay mug? In the bushes. In the bushes? Someone must have lost it there. It is a mug for Tavin. If you give it to me... No, it's my rabbit princess. The last time I checked, rabbits look a bit different, not mentioning princess. That's because she's enchanted. One could envy your imagination, but that's tavern property. Give it back at once or no disclosure. I see. But I'm sure the rabbit princess would like come back to her castle. How could you know that's what she wants? You haven't even talked with her. Telepathy. You know that thing about two women, especially the rabbit one who turned into clay mugs? Prove it. Talk to her. Your Majesty, don't you miss your family? All your brothers and sisters? I've never liked them. We both know you don't think so. I know that living with siblings may sometimes be difficult, but it's good to have them around. I see, so now they're probably happy that you're no longer there. Have all the carrots for themselves. I'll come back just... I would come back just to annoy them. Maybe you're right, but please, call me Your Majesty or Highness. We don't know each other well enough yet. Of course, Your Majesty, I beg your forgiveness. And don't forget about your parents, the King and the Queen. They must be really worried and waiting with loads of carrot juice for you. Well, I suppose I do like carrots. Our castle is made out of carrots. Oh man, this is... why am I engaging with this kid? And you can come back to your dear friend here when he's old enough to marry you and become king. But now I need you to come back to the kingdom and learn how to be a queen. Nah, let's not go with that. A castle out of characters. Oh my, what did I get myself into? I mean, don't you miss your character castle? We'll go with the one. In the meantime, your beloved one will embark on a quest to learn about how to lift your curse so you could come back to your own body. But I'll miss her. You can visit her in the tavern. After much afterthought, the princess decided to reunite with her people. Great, I'll escort the princess to her castle. That is not how I anticipated that entire dialogue going. Oh, have you seen my... Oh, never mind. I remember now, vaguely, but... You're welcome. Do you often have such memory lapses? Well, yeah, usually after visiting the tavern. Someone who knows how to party. You should be more careful with the booze, though. I don't even drink that much. I'm simply not a good drinker, still. And there's nothing like a beer after a hard day's work. The problem is, far too often, I wake up not in my bed, but outside my house, or in the palisade. I heard that sometimes at night, I even go to my market stall and try to sell my things. Is there a chance that sometimes you take some tavern clay mugs with you? I would say a quite high one. Hard to say, I don't remember much. Would you mind checking if there are any lying around near your house or stall? Not at all.
Finally, the flowers are waking up!
I'm gonna leave. I appreciate your imagination, kid, but I'm also very off-put by your imagination, kid. I wasn't really planning to do this. So I've got that mug. I need to talk to Marshall. Oh no. We've got to track down all the clay mugs. Okay.
How is life treating you?
Show me your wares. Look, kid, you're hurting me. You're hurting me on the inside. Dragon Ball's an excellent series, but you're definitely... I'm definitely questioning where you saw Dragon Ball in a world without electricity or animation or literally anything that it could be potentially Dragon Ball. I'm not trying to run into you, but you're getting all up in my business. Okay, so I've got the other one. I don't remember what you wanted.
Hello there.
How are the crops this year? Not bad, thanks for access. No need to be stressed. I'm not interrogating you. I'm just trying to be polite. It's just the way I talk. You sure? All right. Farewell. Don't make fun of the fact that he hesitates. My character like turns around and goes, farewell. It's like, hey man, that's not cool. All right. So I need to talk to Marshall. So we don't have any of the shopkeepers in their shops yet. Man, these people take forever to start their day.
Maybe encouragement isn't such a bad thing.
Alright, now we have to figure out about the bees. We need bee or honeycomb. So there's a possibility I might be able to buy it. Otherwise, I gotta figure out where I can, you know. Thanks, and bee. Let's say, heard you often take part in drinking competitions at the tavern. Not only take part, but you also win. I should congratulate you on your drinking holding abilities then. Thank you very much. And why do you ask? Would you like to face Pistovia's drinking champion? Actually, I'm looking for lost clay mugs. Clay mugs? Why would I know anything about mugs? What are you implying? Why'd you suddenly get so nervous? Me? Nervous? Not all. Good then. Oh, look. The quartermaster in Barlam. What? Where? And you're telling me you're not nervous. Alright, alright. I may have taken one, but I won't give it back. Why? Because thanks to this mug, I won the last drink competition. So you stole it just like that? I deserve it. I'm sure... Let's see. I'm sure that thanks to it, I'll never lose. Took it as a reward. Let's see. You can't give the mug all the credit. You won the competition, not the mug. Bloody superstitions. No matter how lucky the mug is, you should have discussed it with Barlam and Rual, not just take it. Let's make a deal. We'll have a little drinking duel. If you win... Sorry, if I win, I'll keep it, and you won't tell Barlam. Are you mad? I'm making deals with a thief. Give it back right now. No, I won't. You'll regret this. I'll let them know. I mean, I'm just gonna let them know that they stole it. Like, why would I get into a fight over it? It's like, yeah, I could just be like, hey, it's got the tavern's name on it. You know, local authorities, this is kind of your deal. Versus if I just, like, start instigating fights or something, I'm gonna be the one who gets in trouble. Alright, pretty soon we're gonna have to go drink something. Alright. That should be pretty good. We've got all but one of the mugs so far. Well, I mean, two of them, technically. But we are able to finish whatever needs to be done with all but one of them. I bring Her Majesty Princess home. Sorry, but I don't know. I'm not sure I do either. That's your clay mug. Okay, thank you very much. People management. In order to maintain a thriving settlement, habits need to provide for a small community by working. Villagers can now be given a job by assigning them to a specific building when they are 18 years old or above. This can be set up with the management tab. When workplaces are finally occupied, production can be distributed into the buildings tab by selecting the desired building and altering the amounts of goods going to craft. I know who took your mug, but he didn't want to give it back. Didn't want to give it back who? Marslaw. He thinks it's his lucky mug and he doesn't want to part with it. So he decided to steal it, just like that. I'll show him how lucky his clay mug when it put his clay mug on his, and then smash it to pieces, and then... Why waste a good clay mug? You're right. Dang, drunkard. Quartermaster will learn about this, but first, I'll pay him a visit myself. Good luck. Just try not to kill him. I found some of your clay mugs. That's quite a lot. What happened to them? Probably Posnerum kept losing them while drunk. That many? I'll never let him out of the tavern without a proper approach to sobriety. It might be a good idea. Excellent. We are getting lots of tasks knocked out real fast. We gained a skill, so we can get 5 more XP for diplomatic quests. 20% more Dynasty reputation points gained. Effect stacks if it is taken as also by other players. 10% more affection gained by flirting. Well, right now, I care about getting the Dynasty points. And the reason I care about that is that's so that you get more workers, from what I recall. I remember a lot of people talking about that being a pain point of having to deal with that. So you need the honeycomb. Yes, that's what we got. So in the meantime, let's see if I can't find... You were the vendor. No, you were not. Where was the vendor who was... It was you.
Oh, it's you again.
I need some fertilizer. And I need a bunch of stuff. Can we see how much money I have here?
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Where can I see my money? Down here, 170. Okay. So, fertilizer. Ow. And so we could do flaxseed. Can be used for sowing fields using the bag during the spring. Hop is an orchard, so we won't worry about that. Onion seeds can be grown in the spring. Spring. I know there was some that said spring and summer. I'm worried because today's the last day of spring that if I try and grow it now, I'll have problems. Medium wicker basket? Oh, a type of decoration. I was hoping it's like a storage unit of some kind. Alright. Here we go. Cabbage. Spring and summer. I wish I could see my money on this screen. So we have... Oh, it's telling me the reason I can't buy more is that's wiped us out. Okay.
Only the best products here.
I heard that Pistoia is the biggest market in the region. Is that true? Heck yeah, it does. And my stock is the best in the market. So let's stop blabbing and let's start trading. Sure.
Take care.
Alright, and I gained another level in diplomacy, apparently. Or it's only now telling me I gained that last level in diplomacy. Either way. Alright, so we're not going to worry about the skill. We're going to go home. After being away for like 2 days, we're going home. Just gonna get my little sippy sip of water here. Then make our way over the bridge and deal with all that. I just noticed our shoes are basically nothing but like leather bags. But that wasn't uncommon for the longest time. It honestly wasn't until, like, pretty late on that, you know, you could really, as just a normal individual, get properly made shoes. Because it used to be back in the day you had to get all your shoes custom made at the cobbler. Which means most people couldn't afford it. Oh, that's literally where I live right there. I actually thought it was a little bit farther away. Being out here in daytime where I could like just literally see town from my front door, it's fine. Our settlement is definitely not encroaching on their land. Don't worry about it. I cleared a lot more land than I realized. That's okay. Yeah, not only mushrooms, morel mushrooms. Okay, so I need to equip the bag to use this. So let's get the bag on our bar. You'll need lots of room. Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. I've one of the friends of the channel, Undead Baron, I've seen him play, and he has this giant sprawling town. But that's what we'll do. So just build near the other town, and we'll just continue to expand until they're just an internal part of our city, and just we'll call that our city. That probably won't actually happen. Alright, so it appears I'm now supposed to... hoe the fields. It's a little weird with its hitbox of knowing when you are going to actually handle the field. Which I'm sure it's one of those things that, like, when you're new to the game, getting that sorted out is a bit trickier. But once you, like, you know, you've played a while, you probably get figured out pretty quickly. Alright, so... field... planting our cabbage. That is a lot of seeds to be planting. That is not a reasonable amount of seeds. Look, man, you can really cheapen out on the seeds here, buddy. Like, you can really tone it down with the seeds. That many cabbage aren't going to grow successfully in that area. You can cut this out down to, like, man, like 1/20th the number of seeds, if not less. Here, like, just pick up half these seeds and just put them over there. You don't need this many seeds. Yeah, no, I botched one of the planting of the seeds. So didn't we have a bucket? Yeah, let's grab the bucket here real fast. We can take the logs and drop those here real quick. Okay, it's teaching me things after the fact still. Stop it, game. Alright, let's see, because I'm assuming I gotta water these? Where's my bucket? Or not? Oh yeah, I guess not. So soups, I can't make anything yet. Okay, so we can take some salted meat and make it roasted meat and all this. Alright, let's go ahead and roast up some more meat with just that. We'll keep the salted meat, I assume that's preserved. Versus roasted meat, it does make it safe. So have overthrown the crown yet? No, the crown hasn't even had an opportunity to come after me for taxes yet. We're still pretty early on. Alright. So we'll also have to figure out where we can get salt. Because like I said, I'm assuming the salt in me is the only thing. How long do you set the season for? I'm on the default settings. We didn't change any settings. You wonder what kind of king you got? Oh, I didn't realize there's different kinds. Don't forget to throw the tea in the harbor. There is no tea. There's only sadness. Alright, so let's take some of the stuff. So let's take the salted meats. Oh, I have meat I can sell. So the mushrooms really aren't worth anything, so let's go ahead and toss them in here for right now. We've got some alcoholic beverages I could sell for a pretty penny. We got salted meat and roasted meats, which are kind of okay. Let's go ahead and eat some of that roasted meat to deal with your hunger. Why am I mildly poisoned? Let's see. Good, bad, neutral. I see. Organic stuff can rot and turn into fertilizer when you have a barn. Okay, so that means you definitely want a barn. I'm assuming that's what the poison was about, is I'm assuming some of that meat was no longer fresh, is the way I will put it. Let's check on our technology and see what we can unlock. So we have all the fences and stuff. I'm not too worried about that. We can learn to make better tools. Okay. Let's grab our money. It's interesting that, like, I have to just disappear money. Technology. Alright, so we can build food storage and we can potentially make... So we have barn 1. So we could do a bunch of stuff with that. Can't do anything with the workshop yet. So we can actually make some other stuff here, which will be good. Right now, before we unlock any more stuff, let's see what we can already make that I haven't made. We can make a barn. So we need logs. Let's go grab those out of here before we worry about cutting down more. Let's actually grab all of our regular crafting things out of here. So we got logs. Got sticks. Got stones. Got straw. Alright. Put the woodshed in the trees. Am I in the open not realizing? Oh, like the woodshed is for... to have someone able to do the work for you. I remember that. Like I said, I played briefly once, like we did like one play session, and it's only like part of a stream. Which, you know, I spent a good chunk of it just trying to figure out what the heck I was doing. Nope, we have... Oh, right, because they had like a bajillion sticks. That's right. I can't physically move because I have too many sticks. So let's just go ahead and drop those for a moment. Oh, there you are. All right. Should be more tree stumps around here I can clean up. How close to the water does the village have to be? Would like to try building in the mine site. I have no idea. Like, I'm assuming it'd be more of a convenience thing. That you could build far away, but then, you know, you have to sit there and deal with, like, hauling that stuff around a bunch. Alright, and we'll go down here to the sticks. We can grab more of that as we need. What do I need to make a better axe? So we won't unlock a better axe. Do I actually have a spare axe? As long as I have a spare axe, I just want to make sure I always have an axe. I don't have to worry about it. Because it won't be too much longer till this axe is done. Yeah, so let's break this one up, and let's make ourselves a replacement axe just for when this one breaks. Because I remember it told me something about how durability works with that, but I think I probably have to have basic blacksmithing or something like that to repair stuff. Otherwise, why would I ever use the stone axe literally ever? Alright. So you need 2 stone, is all we need to make ourselves a stone axe. That's what the end of the thing you can transport back with hundreds of stuff. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Okay, so the copper axe is broken. So does it stay in my inventory and it's just broken now in my inventory, or is it just gone? Okay, it is just gone. That's fine. Which means we have a slightly less effective axe. As far as I know, they're not fixable. Yeah, and that's what it seemed like. I was looking for it, but considering it just makes it disappear from the world, the idea is they give you a kind of nicer axe to get off the ground, and then after that you have to figure it out on your own to keep them going. That's not too big a deal. They seem relatively inexpensive to handle. Let's see, build a house for the miners and food storage. Then they'll feed themselves. Gotcha. The axe is a free gift. It's random. It's not guaranteed. Oh, okay. Because it seemed to me like I'd gotten a full set of tools for the most part. Alright, and the wooden hammer's done, so we can go ahead. So you need 1 log and 10 sticks. That'll be no problem. Yeah, you did. Sorry, I forgot about the star chest. Yeah. And I have more than enough sticks in the cart here, so let's just, or in the box here. So we can go here, make ourselves a new hammer. All right. Just trying to use up all our materials. I have a feeling what's going to end up happening is we use the sticks. Well, I mean, we use sticks to make tools. We also probably use sticks to make, like, arrows and a whole bunch of stuff. So I imagine that's what's going to happen is where I have this big surplus of sticks right now, is we are slowly going to put those to use. Like, in the replenishment of tools and all that. Alright, so we need logs. Surprising no one. This is one of your favorite games? Awesome. I'm enjoying it. It's nice, chill pace. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hey, get back here. Just nice chill pace of like slowly building your town, all that kind of stuff. I definitely see the allure to it. You can get a little hectic in the winter. Okay. I would have assumed the opposite as someone new to the game. Because like I played very briefly once way back just to check it out, but I didn't like stick around to really like learn the game or anything. I always feel bad cutting down maple trees. Wishing they had maple syrup in this game. It happens. Let's drop off the sticks again. Where did you go? All right. Yeah, and I would assume it would have been the opposite, because, like, normally in a lot of these games, you know, when it comes to, like, the farming, you can't really farm in winter. That usually tends to be a laborious thing in most survival-style games. So the winter ends up being your, like, let me just work on things time. You're Canadian, though? I keep wanting to do it that way, and that's not how that works. Oh, I need more stones. I have stones in here, so let's just grab the stones we have versus picking up more. We're getting nice and gross. Ah, what? Okay. Health. Fighting, falling, and ignoring negative statuses may cause you to lose health. Eventually, your life. You can regenerate health by sleeping in your bed, eating herbs, and drinking potions. Why did that board just sneak up on me and pick a fight for no reason? I was minding my own business. You could have been left alone, Boar. You could have been left alone. All you had to do was not gore me in the back of the leg while I was minding my own business. It's not even that hard of a thing to do. And let's go ahead and eat a little bit more of our roast meat. All right. Even braving the wilds to give us Americans amazing tree flavored juice. That's one way of looking at it, I guess. In one moment. Sorry about that. And of course, once again, our inventory is getting full. Kind of one of the good news about this, as much as I'm having to manage my inventory, is each time we're breaking these tools that I have multiple of, that's at least one less thing taking up my inventory. Alright, what's in her... Oh, that's right, we killed a boar and it was made out of 1 billion meat. That's fair. So let's see. Take the dandelion, I don't want it. Take the feathers, I don't need those. See what we could do with that in a minute. We'll use that stone here in a second. Thought there was some leather to it, I guess not. Hey, we apparently gained more tech. Alright, so we learned how to make a woodshed. Which I'm assuming, yeah, the woodshed is a type of extraction building. Workers employed here will provide logs and stick as well as firewood and planks, which can be crafted here. Alright, so definitely want to deal with all that here in a bit. Because that means I'll be able to have someone else do a bunch of work for me so far as the wood cutting and all that goes. All right. Did you hear Maple Syrup Heights? Someone stole millions. I think someone brought that up on the channel a while back. That there had been this, like, massive theft of maple syrup that occurred. Before you hire someone, you need to build them a house. Makes sense. Yeah, because we'll get the barn up. And I have to see what I can do so far as expanding a lot of that stuff. Alright, what else can I get rid of that's starting to take up inventory? So wait. Oh, I have copper hammers. Alright, so I'll have to make sure we use that. We have the roasted meat, which is fine for right now. Alright. Here's something out there. Alright, let's go get ourselves some straw. Start putting a roof on the barn. And we gain more points in survival. Imagine some of these things have to be easier to get some seasons than some others. Like, maybe the reeds die off pretty badly during the winter, so, you know, there's other sources for the, you know, materials. It's just not as easy or plentiful. Alright, let's go back and see if that's enough. And we can keep on building. I can also see playing more of this on the channel as well, as long as people have the interest. It seems like people are enjoying this. So we can work on like our RimWorld run. We can work on this. We can work on what we got going on for Farm Sim for a while. It's a good time for a lot of these kinds of games because there's like not a whole lot new coming out right now. So there's not like a bunch of games grabbing your attention like, oh nope, need to make sure I set aside time for that game, need to make sure I set aside time for this game. We got some stuff coming out in January, but like for this month I don't think there's really anything left that I can think of. At least that I'm aware of. Threshing floor? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Okay, so I can destroy flax stalks to make flax seed. The others just make our grains. We can have a chest in here. We have a workbench that lets us make fertilizer if we have manure, make fertilizer if we have rot, make poppy seeds if we have poppies, create animal field, and create daub, which I believe is a material for making walls. You make flour for various plants. Alright, well, for right now, we could toss a bunch of our spare food in here. Put the leather here as well. I don't really know where I want to put it. We'll put the mushrooms in here. As I start having food go rotten, we'll toss that in here as well. Let's see, flax fiber. Flax gives fiber and seeds, plus flax grain. It's a good go-to for a lot of stuff. It sells fairly well once you can plant it. Makes sense. So we'll grab all that. Grab all that. Grab the torches. Leave the firewood. And we'll get cooking some food. Maybe after you get the person who stole all the tree juice. Eek. And you need a lot in the future. Oh no, I figured you're gonna need lots and lots. Yeah, no, the season's right about to end. Yeah, no, Strider, you keep getting hit with auto mod. It's, I'll say, the way that individual... It's the word you're using there is why it keeps flagging on auto mod. Would you calm down, whatever deer or thing that are sitting right outside? Wake up next season, full stats? Gotcha. We're just cooking everything. I don't know if we get XP for cooking, because there's nothing I've seen that really lets me know when I'm gaining XP or not. But figure we'll go ahead and cook. We got a little bit of time. You do? That's what I figured. Most games they will. Like, I don't know what it'll be under. It'll probably be under, like, one of the crafting things or whatever. Because my earth food you had items age. That's fine. I stashed some food. Anything add towards the second screen in the category? Gotcha. Literally Literally the moment I finish cooking, it's like... Alright, so production and a bunch stuff. So we got a point here. Seeing stick stones and mushrooms and feathers, herbs, and inspection mode. 10% more health. I'm going to make it so we can tolerate cold better. Because that's going to be more annoying to deal with. Oh, I have a second one. So cold's no big deal. Alright, crafting knowledge again. More crafting when working smithy workstations. Sewing huts and cooking. It's gonna be kind of like, I know no matter what I'm gonna end up cooking, so I'll set that one. But it's like all those, I'm like, I could see all of these being good. The number 4 is a huge help in every category. Okay, so you mentioned that the food ages. All right. So drop the mushrooms off here. Drop the oats off here. Drop the dried meat off here. Okay, so don't need this much on me, so we're going to put 26 in the box. Keep 10 on us. Basically, I'm just going to leave all our extra stuff for there to like rot and everything. We'll go ahead and toss our feathers in here. We're basically just clearing up our inventory. Because carry weight is real. Alright, I think we're good. Can we make a food storage building? Probably soon. I walked too close to the sun. And we can go ahead and grab the cabbage seeds. Alright. And for the moment, I'm going to toss the cabbage seeds in here. And I've got a ton of cabbage. I figure we sell the cabbage. Now, where are sticks? No, seriously, where are sticks? I guess they're gone forever, that's fine. Those are pretty easy to get. Okay. They roll down hills. Yeah, now I figured as much, but with my slow movement speed, I don't want to deal with it. We can put the water away. We'll take the booze and sell it in town because it's worth a bit. So I figure we run to town, we get some more fertilizer, and we also see what we could do about a lot of this stuff. So we'll run to town, get our fertilizer for growing more crops. Hi.
Hi. Heading downstairs.
Yeah.
I love you lots.
I love you lots. You sleep well.
Okay, you sleep well.
Never.
Remember me.
I will remember you.
Okay. I eat on that.
And it's like, Tim.
Aww.
But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and basically I'm gonna sell the cabbage. I've got tons and tons and tons of meat, so we're gonna sell the cabbage. See what stuff we got on the board. Well, actually, we'll check the board first, then we'll sell the cabbage. That way, if they happen to be like, by the way, I would like 10 cabbage. we can just deal with that. But thanks for everyone hanging out tonight. I legit just played this on a whim. It's a game we tried way back as like, oh, any idea when you can learn to cook in the game? I'm assuming we would unlock the technology. That's the way it's all worked so far is, I mean, literally we actually have technology available to us. I've been saving my money, like I could unlock these things and I just haven't been doing it yet. Yeah, no, I'm assuming we'll get some of the stuff here. Can you buy the cabbage? If you can find your way to get into the game world. Why cook when you can eat raw fish heads? I know, right? People are all like, cook. I'm like, wait, hear me out. Bucket of fish heads. Are you allowing anyone to join? No, I don't have it set up for multiplayer. Alright, so we have... You would like simple torches, logs, and sticks. We could definitely do that. You want more stones. That is totally doable. Flaming arrows. You just want stone arrows. I think that'll be fine. We need your spear, a bow, and all that. We're going to hold off on that for right now. And a hammerhead. You just want a wooden hammer. Okay. Most of these are not particularly difficult. We just need to actually do them. So journal. Just gonna give you my hammer I'm holding right now.
How can I help you?
Here's a new hammer for you. Try not to I swear, if you say, try not to lose it this time, I'll snap. Do you people think I'm personally trying to misplace my dang hammers every other day? I'm a victim here. Look, I'm just doing business here, no judgment.
Good luck.
But also, quit losing your hammers. So I'll track the stones. We'll grab those next. I need 9. But first...
Weird that only women bleed once a month while
I was not expecting a dialogue about biological cycles just in the middle of town.
How can I help you?
There's nothing wrong with it. It just caught me by surprise. You want 1.
Best good. Have a good day.
Hello.
Do different shopkeepers have different
My
prices?
word. Have a nice
So
day.
you both are offering me 1 for the cabbage.
How do you do? Whatever you need, take care.
You're offering 1 over here. You look like you actually deal in produce.
prices so good luck. They don't.
My clothes will be as new. I bet it was just some flower. Hi, old friend.
Yep, everyone wants to pay me just 1 for the cabbage. You know what? That's fine. That's still 97. Give me the money. Excellent. And there's something else that's gonna sell here. Oh, right. The beer. The other beer. The mead. Give me all of your cash.
Can I interest? Goodbye.
Hello there.
Alright, so I need to buy more fertilizer from you. Well, actually, how much was that? Oh, no, it never didn't give me just the... how you like this? I'm enjoying it. We played it once a long while back, very briefly. It was just like like a long time between updates kind of thing that it was pretty hard to justify playing at the time. Like it didn't do well, but like right now after this big update, it's been doing pretty well. Doesn't matter what. You want all their money eventually. They restock every season. All right. So let's grab 32, so that's enough for 2 rounds of growing. We'll need to get that sorted for ourselves. Alright, so meanwhile, that takes care of that. We don't
So long.
need more of that. Oh, did you have honeycomb? I was gonna check
Hello,
that,
friend.
because then I could just get the quest done and not have to think about it. Da-da-da, so you sell Daub. Now, when does it say flax grows? Spring. That's fine. Yeah, you don't have
Can
it.
I have a good day?
Do you
How can I
have
help you?
honeycomb? Because there was one person who wanted a single unit of honeycomb. Boom.
Bez, have a nice day.
And that just gets the quest done. Alright, so in the meantime, we can go ahead and journal. We'll track that, and we'll pick up stones on the way. Is this early access or 1.0? This is whatever version is on Steam. I'm not super up to date on the game to be able to be like, oh yeah, it's this version. Very genuinely haven't kept up with the development on it. It as well as things. But it's whatever the Steam version is, the latest on Steam. It's past 1.0? Yeah, wasn't it like 2.0.2 or something like that? And that said, and this is one of the things I'll usually repeat, stuff being early access versus release is a meaningless phrase nowadays. There's games that are considered early access that are so far past, like, release version, like Project Zomboid, that, you know, still keep getting development and all that. Versus there are games that are released that if you call them an alpha, you're being generous. Did you bring the honey? Yes, I did. Thank you so much. The glue will need some time to dry. Could I ask a favor for you? I'm Captain Favor. Doing favors is my destiny. All right. Could you take it back to Raz, Lawa, and Barlam? I wouldn't like to face their anger, especially Barlam's. Better go to Raz, Lawa. Sure, no problem. See you tomorrow. Alright, so I can't deliver it till tomorrow. Bum. Alright, let's not pick a bunch more stones here. Release date was 2021. This is the first major update. Really? I thought they had an update between then and now.
Oh,
I could be
so
wrong.
Again.
Here's the stones. Yeah, it's the same dialogue as last time. Alright, so next thing on the journal, we will choose to make... I need 5 simple torches, 3 logs, and 29 sticks. Okay. And I'm assuming I have to have all of that at the same time. Yeah, we had to go all the way out here to start chopping trees. Let's see, they had an update, but this is the co-op map plus character customization as part of the base game, which is meant by Major. Other companies would have sold it as 3 DLCs. Yep. Well, it's one of those things. That's the reasons why. So, I will be one person to talk about how, like, there's kind of an early access fatigue situation, where just so many early access games have been happening that people are kind of tired of playing unfinished games. Because just, like, how many of them never actually do get finished? But, it is one of those things that usually when someone's just like, is it early access or not, kind of thing, it's like, well, you gotta kind of put an asterisk after that, unfortunately. There's no agreed-upon rules on what is and is not early access anymore. And then atop of that, you also have the issue that, there are reasons other than development as to why to keep games in early access or not. For like Steam. I don't know the specifics, but I remember there is supposed to be rules around changing your pricing that are different depending on if you're early access or not. Which ultimately means there are games that stay in early access much longer than really being early access because of how they can change their prices when they switch from early access to release and that kind of stuff. So there's motivations that are completely unrelated to software development on where you put yourself in there. And then there's even the marketing side of it. So you kind of have to address a game with where it's at. Like, it's especially a thing with open world games like this style, where you just kind of go through and do your thing. Like most survival games fall in this category. That there isn't. I mean, this game probably does have some story, but there isn't like the core main overarching story isn't the main focus of the game. That hopping in early, it's just they'll add more functionality upon that. Versus playing something like where Coral Island, you couldn't finish the story until it released. That's one that would be unquestionably early access, because you can't finish the main part of the game, the main point of the game, until it got released. JD says, agreed. Then there are other games that come out full price instead of cheaper in early access games. Then the devs actually like early access games when they're cheaper. Yeah, that's kind of one of my things. If your game is going to be early access, you know, and in theory, that being, you know, it's not finished yet, I shouldn't have to pay more for the privilege of trying your unfinished game. It needs to be discounted. And then the idea is, as you get closer and closer to release, you'd bring down that discount until you reach your full price. But usually when it comes to my strategy of talking about early access, release, beta, all that, I usually hold it by the price. What is the price for what I'm getting? Would I be upset if I paid the amount of money I did and the product I received is all it ever was? If the answer is yes, that's a problem. If the answer is no, then that's fine. Let's see, unless the devs decide to re-release the finished game for a full price. Yeah. Oh, there's for every, like, that's the reasons why anytime you give an example like that, like, you know, hey, you know, early access this, release that, there's always the exception. There's always like the person who did something just a little bit scummier or a little bit more altruistic or whatever. Like, you'll always have exceptions. That's the thing. It's a term that doesn't have strict rules to it. As long as that's the case, it's just not even a meaningful term right now, which is a shame. It would be better if we did have, you know, like what qualified as early access versus what qualified as. Oh, I need just a few more sticks. Like, what were the hard rules of, like, for a game to qualify as early access, you know, it must be missing core gameplay loops or something like that. Like, once all the gameplay loops are in the game, it's no longer early access. At worst, it's beta. But, like, even the argument of between alpha and beta has changed, because alpha used to be, you really didn't want everyone to have access to it. It was the very early, things are broken, it's not ready for consumer use, that kind of thing. And then beta was you took it out and you put it out to be more consumer messed with and all that. That it still got bugs and whatnot, but it's good enough to be relatively usable and enjoyable or whatever. And then release is, you know, the finished product. All that kind of stuff. Alright. And we're just knocking out quest after quest. Well, mission board stuff. Because my understanding is that's how you get more workers and everything. It's also how we get money. One of the ways we get money is to do the notice board stuff. Okay. What if the answer is Ooga Booga? Then I'd ask what the question is.
No refunds, and I don't care that it's been less than 2 hours.
Oh, it's you again.
So, witchcraft and evil, huh? Apparently so. Notes for this lunatic will drive me mad one day, but you can never have enough firewood and torches, so I left it hanging. I understand. Alright, so you want 42 stone arrows. What the heck do I need to make a stone arrow? I probably should have checked that before I accepted it. Alright, let's check technology. I may not actually know how to make stone arrows, so we might need to rectify that. Stone arrow. Okay, so we'll be buying that because I kind of need to be able to make those. Type of projectile can be crafted at a workbench in the smithy or the hunting lodge. Okay. So we need to go home and build the hunting lodge. And what was the last one we have here? 4 stone axes. Oh, we still need a blacksmith for that, so we won't worry about it. Yeah, I've already unlocked the workbench too. Yeah, but I haven't built either of those things. So either way, we're going home. Go top off our water. Yeah, and for the record, none of these things, like with the alpha, beta, early access, that is unique to games. It's just software as a whole has the problem. Like, look for example at Gmail. It was beta for like 12 years or some nonsense. And like nothing changed. And they're like, oh, wait, it's not beta anymore. Like, yeah, but you didn't do anything. I mean, they did, but, like, nothing changed so far as the broader scope. Run, little rabbit. I find a lot of times there are companies who will use the beta tag as an excuse to not fix bugs. They'll be like, oh, it's still got bugs? Well, yeah, it's beta. And you're like, dude, the software is 15 years old. I don't care what you say it is. The German accent's coming through perfectly. Ah, that's excellent. Fertilizer. Okay, so I have to replow and replant. I mean, it makes sense. When it was, like, unfertilized, I'm sitting there staring at, like, the harvested cabbage. I'm like, cabbage is a one-and-done plant, as far as I remember. Alright, let's put the rest of the fertilizer in here. Grab the cabbage seed. Oh, wait, I gotta plow it first. What all of you didn't realize, like, it's like, oh, they're not playing Farm Simulator today. I mean, we will be later, but you're not playing Farm Simulator, you're playing this other game. I mean, we've been playing RimWorld at this segment of the stream a lot lately. It's like, okay, so no farming today. No, you're wrong. There's no escaping the farming. Every game I play will feature one of two things. It'll either feature cutting down trees and or farming. Bonus points if it has both. That's not actually true, but it is a meme. Alright, so we've replanted our crops. Now let's put the seeds in here. Alright, and we need to eat more food. How is our meat going? Cool. Alright, so next up on the list is we need our hunting lodge. Oh. Oh, that's the upgrade version. Alright. Wait, hunting lodge, do I actually need to put that? Type of hunting lodge, workers employed with this provide gathering from hunting, also has a workbench and a drying rack inside. So I assume I want to put this where the animals are, not where I am. Like, not where home is. So let's switch this to wild animals. We got badgers and foxes. Oh, anywhere is good? I was gonna say, it's like we're pretty much surrounded by animals anyways. So I'll put it... How do I want to lay this town out while we keep doing this? For right now, I think I will put the hunting lodge. Well, let's put the hunting lodge. I don't want to crowd myself in too much, kind of thing. So I've got the fields here for right now. Let's put a gap here, because we'll probably move those fields at some point. So put a gap here for the hunting lodge over here. Oh, that's not what I want. That's pretty annoying. Okay, so you want stone. That should be nice and easy. All right. Oh, wait, did I actually put the bow in a different spot? Yeah, you should be over here. And we need one of our axes. There we go. Cool. So we can keep chopping down our trees and keep all this stuff moving. All right. And we can make ourselves a new axe. We just need a couple of sticks and stones. All right. Because I need to get this all sorted out to make sure I can get these arrows made for the quest. Like, I feel like I should really be focusing on, right now, what we have been doing, which is continuing to develop the property, as well as, like, running the board notices. I feel like those board notices are going to be a major thing so far as progression of a lot of stuff. And then as we're able to, go and get a bunch of the art stuff done, we get it done. Because, like, if the board notices keep expanding kind of deal, that'll be fine. Because all that will mean for us is we'll just have to, like, if they're like, oh, you need to make iron arrows now, it's like, okay, well, that just means I need to get iron. So the tip is collect berries to rot to make fertilizer. You can only collect those in spring and summer. Makes sense. Deadly Nightshade. All right. This is a great tip. You never figured this out. Duh. So you get a pig or 3, at which point you'll have fertilizer for life. Makes sense. Alright, so we can go ahead and drop the berries in here. And that. Put the Deadly Nightshade in there just because we can. New building unlocked, workshop. Alright, well, you're just gonna have to wait. I'm already working on the other buildings. Alright. What we'll definitely need to do over time is start filling in like a lot of these other areas. Like right now I'm just kind of tossing up buildings left and right, which is fine. We'll definitely want to actually like put, you know, some type of fence around the area. Build out more. I imagine it's one of those games where you sit there and early on you kind of just toss up whatever you can. But then as you get farther and farther in the game, it's like, okay, well, now we can make much better houses, so let's get some of these crappy houses out of the way. Putting Deadly Nightshade in the general food storage, what could possibly go wrong? Nothing. Literally nothing can go wrong. Dr. saying, for the longest time, Popstar is permanently against mods, and I guess it eventually found out that the mods, depending on where they're from, aren't as bad as he thought. Yeah, like, I'm not super duper, like, never mod or anything like that. Generally speaking, I tend to prefer, like, less is more when it comes to the mods. Like, I'm not, like, we will, like, just never mod or anything like that, but I do often find it can get frustrating. Yeah, I know a lot of people would agree with you, Longclaw, being like, more mods better. It's like, okay, hang on. I'm down for some mods, but usually I like to keep to, like, quality of life, you know, that kind of stuff. Alright, so we still need sticks, straw, and logs. Okay. Let's give you some friendly lore mods? No. Cost extra. Wait, what? Alright, so you need another rock and a couple more sticks. Let's see. Voodoo going, I like mods, but some people go overboard with it. I feel like when I have a lot of mods in RimWorld, but there are people who with several times as many, you don't even understand how. Yeah, and I like to keep my number of mods pretty sparing. I don't blame people for going the higher mods. It's just one of those things that every single time I have gone with, like, you know, a significant number of mods, it always ends up having problems that I spend troubleshooting. And especially when I was way more limited in my game time, the last thing I wanted to do with my limited game time was sit there troubleshooting all sorts of various issues because this mod or that mod was having a interaction with the other mod that wasn't supposed to work the way they're supposed to, because, you know, they hadn't thought of you using the two mods together, or just blissfully unaware, and yada yada yada. Alright, so we need one more log. I can just go here. And then some more straw. Let's see, I think you need to go slow with mods when streaming, otherwise a lot of your viewers won't be able to follow what you're doing. Right, that's one of the other reasons I like the quality of life mods over just, you know, completely changing everything about the game thing, so, like, its engine's the same, but about everything else about the game is not. Especially if it's a game that draws in lots of new players, like it's, you know, picked up recently. That's even more of a time to play vanilla. Because they're gonna have lots of questions, and they'll be like, oh wait, you can do that? It's like, no you can't, that's a mod. Oh well, does this work? No you can't, that's a mod. And it starts to actually become a nuisance. It's one of the things I would run into, mostly in Project Zomboid more than any other game, that a person who is new to the game would have a question about the game. And so I was like, you can totally do that with mods. And it's like, that's not the question they asked. It's like, just answer the question based on the vanilla game. Like, people understand you can do pretty much anything with mods. We can worry about that once they understand the basic mechanics of the game. Lost Rampage, do you want to play vanilla, or do you want to play spend all day guest checking the stable load order? Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, we had, I did Stardew Valley very heavily modded on the stream at one point, with the Stardew Valley Expanded and the Ridgeside Village mods, because I've been sworn up and down, left, right, and sideways that they were stable, they were bug-free, and yada yada yada. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll give it a shot. and we soft locked our save. That I couldn't finish the save because there was a an issue with it. All right, so we need stones and sticks, which is surprising to no one. And it was pretty far too. We had gone to just at the main, like the Ridgeside Village is a full like. It might as well be a complete expansion to Stardew Valley. So it is this major amount of content added. And I got all the way up to the very end of it, where we were just about... You're now telling me to unlock points? I have been unlocking everything, and you're only now telling me, by the way, you can unlock stuff. Hey, yep, we are doing well. But it was those things that it soft locked, and I had to just bail on the run, basically. So what I ended up having to do is, like, just, you know, we'd gotten that many streams in. It's like, all right, well, let's see. You probably forgot to patch a mod or two between the two. Nope. It was just a note. Like, it ended up being a rare but known bug in them. And then when you got soft locked, you could try a console command to try and fix it. And there are a few other things, like you said, you can try these to fix it. And it's like, well, what if those don't work? It's like, oh, then you are properly screwed and your save can never be recovered. It's like, oh, thanks. And I'd had to wait till, like, several updates later where they got it sorted. Which, you know, by then I had already moved on games-wise. Way later, I played through and it went fine. But I got soft-locked in that. We did Kenshi, where I used to lightly mod Kenshi. I liked the ones that added stuff to the parts of the world that are basically barren of anything. But those stopped getting supported, so they just bundled those into mod packs. So I was like, okay, well, I liked all these mods, I'll just take the mod pack. And it added so much, like, random garbage that completely ruined the run for me. And it's not, and one of the issues is you couldn't tell what was and was not the modded content, even if you're trying to avoid it. But yeah, so it's just one of those things that I have been bitten so many times by messing with mods, and then end up spending like a weekend just troubleshooting to try and figure it out, or having a, you know, save get bricked, or have a save get corrupted and stuff like that. That it's not that I don't mod, I'm very light and sparing with my mods. Yeah, Kenji takes a while. It's real janky too, but like it'd be a lot of fun. But since not all patches are going to break all mods, so you never really know. Oh yeah, no, it's a whole thing. Man, I've had a number of times. It's the reasons why, like, we'll have a lot of times where I'll be dealing with like modding and all that sort of stuff, or I'll go to play games and I'll have like, you know, request me to play a game kind of thing. It'll be like this game, but with this mod. It's like, yeah, that's not. I've strictly made it a rule that when it comes to games and the mods and all that, you can request me to play a game, but not what mods to play. Like, I mean, you can mention it, but like for where we had the redeem on the channel, the make me play redeem, it specifically says, like, I will agree to play the game, but you can't request mods. You can't obligate me to do that. And it's because of how many bad experiences I've had modding that I'm like, yeah, I don't want to deal with it. Yep, no, the make me play is still there. Absolutely. It's just you can't tell me what, like, you can make me play a game, but you can't tell me how to play the game. Because it's mostly intended for people to get me to play games I either wouldn't otherwise play, or, you know, maybe something that I wouldn't have heard about, or something that maybe strategically doesn't make much sense for me to stream. But, you know, if people are going to drop that many points, I'm willing to, like, you know, ignore that. Velociraptor page said, if you try one of the big Kenji mod packs, it becomes much worse to have squads in different zones. You don't even notice right away because you don't split a lot earlier. Yeah, no, there's mods I've enjoyed in Kenshi. Uncle said, you know, I was trying to save up to win Twitch one day, But now that my account gets deactivated soon, maybe I should just request you play games I'd like to see you. Do it. It is, oh, I went the wrong way. Hard to see at night. It is one of those things that I've debated a couple of times. Like, right now, I won't get rid of the make me play, because people have invested so many points into, like, raising and lowering and all that kind of stuff. I kind of regret that being there, because so many people are unwilling to use their points. Because back then, that's what I had, but I didn't have, like, the make me play, I didn't have a bunch of the other stuff going on. But now that people have put so many points into it kind of thing... that does going on. I don't know how to get my character to bathe themselves. I have like a stinky meter on the bottom left. Just go in the water? Oh, I have to like actually swim into it. I was worried a lot of these games, like you go like the water too deep, you just immediately start drowning. So I was like deliberately shying away from it. Easy enough. Alright, so we can turn in this quest. Notice board, whatever the heck it's called.
Boredom is a silent killer.
How can I help you?
Alright, here are the arrows. Thank you very much. If only I could train my archery skills with one of those irresponsible jerks as a target. Where there's a will, there's a way. Glad to help.
Goodbye.
Oh, I see. You're going to bed. That's fine. Why are you going to bed at... whatever. Oh, right. And I need to wait for one day to talk to the person about that last mug, so we can get that knocked out as well. All right, you're outside. I didn't think they even have breath water. The only way I ever found I was to go underwater and crouch. Otherwise, you never go underwater. It's ready. What do you think? Let's see. I'm worried that it won't last long. If you just put some flowers in it, then maybe. But you know how it is in the tavern. It'll probably fall right after the first. It's good as new. They won't even notice. That's a lie. That's the thing. Where it's like, we're going to glue it with honey. I'm sitting there thinking in my head, like, yeah, that is not going to hold together at all well. My intent is if it gives me the option of, like, just telling her what happened, I'm just going to tell her what happened and be like, yeah, he broke your mug and he felt bad and tried to fix it. I have one of the lost clay mugs. Well done. Oh, was it broken? Yeah, Solber broke it last time and wanted to fix it before bringing it back, but was too ashamed of himself to do it. Poor soul. Nice that he tried. I don't think it'll last long, though. Thank you still. It's a thought that counts. Yay! We got a bunch of stuff done. So let's see. Skills. Farming knowledge. Alright, so we can get more experience gained from farming activities. 25% chance to harvest additional crops in the fields. Slower duration loss on farming tools. I'm gonna go for the more crops for the money. Then a technology-wise, we're up to a woodshed there. We're up to a farm shed here. And we're up to the workshop here. Which all of those are going to be things that I could probably employ people to do stuff to make us money. But then I need to house and feed and all those other things, I would assume. I'm curious with where he's got the contract looking thing, what I have to do with all that. I also didn't look at the management, like how I actually recruit people. So our Dynasty reputation is 912. We have 13.3 in taxes, no debt. We are in the camp development stage. We have a population of 1, 0 workers, 4 buildings out of 70 we can accommodate. Okay, so we can grow pretty big. So I'm in that weird thing of like, okay, well, I want the shop people to come by so I can deal with that and see what I could do with the contract thing. Yeah, and we need the blacksmith and all that. We'll move up to building stone buildings not too long. I assume. Actually look at our technology real fast. Yeah, so we've got the well, so I can get more materials there. And these are things I can have them produce. Then we'll be able to make... Oh, this scrolls down. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so they'll be able to make simple houses in not too long. Right, because I wanted to sell the rye beer they gave me. Get our cash. Oh, whatever. I'm not waiting. Let's go home. Let's work on the town. Hey, how's it going? Alright. And as a reminder, a little bit later in the stream, we will be hopping back over to our Farm Simulator Survivor Man Challenge. I did definitely learn a lot of lessons on the last day we played. Mostly that I was over-reliant on the employees. And so where I could run a field myself and make about 6,500 profit out of the field, if I just did all the work myself, we were making barely 1,000 profit out of a field because of my incredible overdependence on workers. I did do the math, and I don't believe we actually lost money, but like we were just not really making it either. So the plan is going to be that I try to not bring in very many workers. Not that I'll never use them for the time being, but it'd be better for me to work less fields and get them done myself than to have the AI make it so I can get all the fields. Because it just cutting into the margins way too much. Alright, so we need to build our next house. I should have looked for a much flatter location. It's fine. You know what I'm betting we'll be able to do later? I'm willing to bet we'll be able to make like almost like a ledge. Like build up the stone and have like stone streets and everything. So that even though the terrain is all messy, that we can work around it. Probably not anytime soon though. Alright, so we need to get a house for another person. I'm also finding the houses seem to be a little bit more forgiving so far as what they require. Like, compared to a bunch of the other buildings. You know, maybe I don't have to like recruit people. I don't remember. It could just be we get the extra houses available. Well, no, because it said they have different stats and all that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right. Yeah, I think we'll probably do is we'll focus on getting the woodcutter up first. That way I can, you know, have someone who this is their job, is they just handle cutting down the trees and getting us wood. Because I'm also assuming when you go to get level 2 houses, we'll need the planks instead of just, you know, straight up logs. All right. St. John's Wort? Okay. Eight more logs. And Layla Sims on a 7-stream streak. Thank you for tuning in the last 7 streams. I really do appreciate that, you know. Not only do you hang out, but you're here, like, you know, very regularly. It does mean a lot that you'd keep coming back. And, you know, congrats on your extra points. Do I have everything I need for another axe? Probably not. Need 2 stones. 1, 2. I know there's mods for it. I kind of would like the idea that Farming Simulator, you could start out with, like, a hand plow, you know, a hand axe, like just really, really, really base stuff. Like almost a week or something. Isn't it, though? It does feel like it's just about a week. I haven't checked to see if this game has it where the trees damage you, but that definitely bouncing was going to come right back down on my head. How does the streak thing work? So basically, if you catch all the streams I do in a row for like however long, you get extra points. And I think it starts at 3. So if you catch 3 streams in a row, and like you don't have to watch the whole thing, just any part of it. For like 3 in a row, you get, I think it's like 250 or 350 points. And it'll keep counting up, you know, the more you catch in a row. But if you miss one, it starts over. And it's just a new thing that Twitch added. But it gives you an extra 450 points every stream if you've been catching them all. I think it's like at 4 or 5 or something like that. It jumps that much. Whatever you got going on, birds, could you calm down? All right. Well, what's your day off now? Because I think I missed one Thursday I didn't expect. Yeah, my day off right now is Saturdays. I do try and keep the calendar up to date on Twitch. Not that I'm perfect about it, but I usually do a pretty good job. That is going to stay that way for a bit longer. Eventually, though, it will be switching back to Thursdays off. And that's just because that's the that aligns with Tomb's schedule. She's on a temporary change in schedule for a little while. Which is the whole reason we did the switch is her temporary change in schedule made it possible for me to be able to you know, have dinner with her and everything each day. Versus that's not really been a thing for a while. Other than my days off, to be clear. I missed a whole wall with the sticks. That's fine. By the time we get the logs, that'll be more. You're going to take both Saturday and Sunday off this week? Yes. Sunday we are visiting my folks for Christmas Eve. And I will be over there, you know, Christmas Eve night all the way to like Christmas Day itself. And then probably getting home Christmas Day. I suspect I will be streaming Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. It might start late. I don't know. These things that I visit my family for this kind of stuff do have a tendency to go longer than anticipated. And very specifically this year, I want to make sure to take the time. There is a reason it's kind of important, and it's not a fun reason. Aging parent things. So you want to make sure, you know, you put the time in while you have them. But we don't need to dig into that, because that gets into, you know, stuff that could potentially bring out things that are difficult for people. Or rather, they're like going through and trying to escape it for a little while. Yep. So still just missing logs. Cerise the Mage at 25 streams in a row and counting. Holy cow. Thank you so much for continuing to like catch basically the entire last month of streams almost without missing one. Means a lot, so thank you so much for that. And you got yourself some nice 450 extra points. We'll just pretend that weird hot noise that my character made was for that. Because I was not expecting it. Yeah. It really makes me think of Link from Legend of Zelda with the hi. That was, oh, what was it? They're making a live action Legend of Zelda, if I remember correctly. And a bunch of people are really on the fence about it. Like, you know, Link has a voice in the sense that, you know, he has those like little, you know, hi, and all those kind of noises. But like Link actually talking has only happened in one real vocalized, to my knowledge, has only happened in one, not controversial, heavily contested on people's thoughts about it game, which was the Legend of Zelda for, man, what was the one with the big laser discs? Is basically Legend of Zelda with laser discs, which is done by a Russian group. I believe they had voice lines for that. And the animation straight up is a trip. It's not good, but it's wild. And then the cartoons they had way back in the day, where Link would always go, "Excuse me, princess," on the Super Mario show. So I have very strong mixed feelings about a live-action Link and how they're going to voice. It'll probably be fine. I usually don't actually care that much. But it is those ones I'm like, oh man, you are opening the floodgates of angry fan base. I don't think there is a get it right. That's the catch. When you have something that has had such an avid following and you're doing anything that mixes it up, no matter what you do, no matter how flawlessly you handle it, there's going to be a lot of upset people. Like, that's just the nature of the beast. That's the reason why every time something new Star Wars comes out, like, there's a huge group of people are just absolutely, like, frothing at the mouth angry. And it's like, it doesn't matter. You could literally approach it anyway, and that will be the result, because they're going to want different things. And there's a bunch of different people. And there are people who get very, very upset about you doing anything to, you know, quote-unquote, change the thing they fell in love with. Even when your whole point is to try not to change it. Never cast a no repeat of the Wheel of Time? Oh. Like, that's, my favorite one is, I'm not gonna say, like, the genre, because people, like, are the actual thing. There's so many, different games or movies that will come out, and you'll have people, like, absolutely throw a hissy fit about it. And if you listen to, like, all the things they're arguing about what's wrong with it, and then you look at the source material of, like, you know, the original, it's like, you could say all of those exact same things about the original. Like, literally, not different insults and all that. Literally, the things you're complaining about is the, like, the subject. It's anime, isn't it? Oh, a level of extraction is like, what I get the little sound for? Alright, so we have 2 points in extraction. Okay, so we have 50% resources recovered from destroying structures. Slower durability loss on shovels and that kind of stuff, so we can make our tools last longer. We're gonna level faster, I think that's what we're going with. Gotta do your scary. Yeah, I mean, gotta get out of the way. Okay, and let's take a quick bath in the river. It's almost like chopping down trees all day and building houses and all that by yourself. Get you a little bit of body odor. Who would have thunk? It feels like what happens when people are like playing the forest and all that, where you just have this ever expanding the trees are gone area. Modern farming to medieval farming? Yeah, no, we're doing some medieval dynasty. We're actually getting right about to the point during the stream that we are going to be to switching games, because I do play 2 games. Well, more sometimes. But I usually do switch games about halfway through stream, because I do have a fairly long stream, so rather than playing one game for like 9, 10, 11 hours, I do like to play like 4 or 5 hours of one game, then 4 to 5 hours of the other game kind of thing. So we are going to be switching over here in a moment. For those who are looking for Medieval Dynasty and going, oh, you're switching games? Aw, come on, man. I just want Medieval Dynasty. It's fine. It'll be back. Because I have had a good time with this. So I definitely see doing this again. So I do think, I think if you played this game for 10 hours, you would beat it. Really? Is it that short? I was always under the impression that this is one of those games that can be an absolute time sink. Regardless. But, where I was going with that is, it is going to come back. I suspect tomorrow we'll probably play RimWorld. And then, like, the next day or so, we'll probably be back to Medieval Dynasty, so we'll do, like, a rotation there. And all that thing. I'm saying, why are you switching when I just got here? Oh, it happens. I mean, it's just the timing. Like, we switch pretty much the same time every night. It's about 11 o'clock right now, and then we go back to our normal schedule, be around 9 o'clock. In the meantime, that said, if you have enjoyed the content on the channel, don't forget to drop a follow and all that. For all those of you over there on YouTube, I will be ending the stream on the YouTube side because I can't switch categories over there because YouTube is dumb like that. Yell at them, not me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But